Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how are you doing? Right, it's Friday. Friday is request day, but it's not any old request day. It's the request day when I put it across to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, could you vote me one in to review? And they normally try and pick the best map out of a bunch that I give them to choose from, or something that's interesting, or, in today's case, try to pick the one that I'm going to have the most trouble pronouncing. Thank you guys. What is it with you people? Why are you so mean to me? What have I ever done to upset you, eh? Other than like not give you 5 stars for your map. Okay, so we've got one to pronounce today, but before we crack on and do that, you know what's coming? Yes, it's a daily routine, it's your daily reminder. Yes, please hit that like button, it really does help to grow the channel. And of course, if you're new to the channel, just wait until you've seen some of the show before you press like. I'm not unreasonable. Okay, so today's map is the Atchafalaya Basin, Louisiana by Alexander. Did I get that right? I think I got that right. There's your start square. Lots of busyness with the highways there. Good. And then off to have a look at the resources. And the resources have got freckles, green freckles at that. Perhaps we should see the doctor. And then off to the workshop. What do we need? The answer is nothing. Although I do have a minor grumble. There's a little bit of a description, which is nice. But I do have a minor grumble, which I'll get to shortly. Let's go and have a look at the roads. Now, first thing you'll notice is not the highest of standards. Okay, a little bit of drift in the roads going on here. A little bit lumpy bumpy. Just a little bit lumpy bumpy going on. But is it bad? Well, let's get down to street level and have a look at it as the cars would see it. That's not a problem, is it? That is just ordinary terrain undulation. So honestly, although it's not clean and crisp and clear and beautiful, it's kind of realistic. Kinda. It might be the only part of the map that is, although I would say that the map, although I've not done any research with Google, I would say that the map does look like it's probably based on the real map of the Atchafalaya Basin, Louisiana. Look at this. It's not marshy, that's just a divot with water in it. We've got to turn back there, that's interesting. I'm not sure why we're using that. A little coming together there of the roads with a little bit of glitching. And then bridges over the, I don't know if it's not a river really, is it? I suppose it is a river, sort of. And they are awkward, and this one's like a little bump in it, and this one's got a big bump in it. I mean, come on. Come on. Are you taking the mickey? Yeah, okay, we'll just move on from there. We'll just ignore that one. Now, my big grumble with, oh, hang on, have we got an intersection coming up here? I believe we have. We've got a hell of a hollow under there. My God, there's a huge hole under that. There's a sinkhole there. Now, this is your start square intersection, and I have concerns about this start square intersection. Here's your start square itself, comes all the way out here. Loads of build space over there, that's all good. But look, we've got tailbacks of traffic already. And this is with no city build. Will this cope with a city build? Well, I can't be sure. So before the end of today's episode, I'm actually going to do a small town build just to get it started, just to see what happens when we put a little bit of traffic through the intersection. It's not going to be the be all and end all. We won't know for sure afterwards, but we will have a better idea. And then we'll move along here. Now look at this, it comes from elevated down to ground level for about 5 meters, and it goes elevated again to get over to the bridge. Now I know these ramps are down at ground level, okay, fair dues, but most of the traffic is going to be coming over the, oh, I don't know, the bridge. Is it a perfect bridge? I think it's a perfect bridge. Credit where it's due. There's not much credit in today's show, but credit where it's due there. Okay, this is the vanilla wishbone. It's a little bit steep, but not too bad. Not so bad. Not like the old vanilla one. Yeah, my big problem with this map. Oh, look at these. Look at these. Right. Oh, I'm going to cry. Actually, I'm just going to let you look at this. I'm going to keep talking and not about these. Look. I'm not going to talk about these. Yes, the Atchafalaya Basin. So you'll search for Atchafalaya Basin on Steam, or just click the link down in the description, because I always give you the links down in the description, and subscribe. And then when you go into the into your new game, start a new game, if you want to play this particular map, and bless you if you do, some sorts of insanity are more crazy than others, but yeah, if you want to play this particular map, you go into start new game and load the new, start a new map. Yeah, oh look, got a little bit of blue mantle under there. Okay, not on that side, it's just over there. Right, so so start a new game, looking for Atchafalaya Basin. It's not listed under this name, and this really does annoy me on Steam when, oh, intersection, it's a bit awkward, a little bit awkward. Like, this isn't too bad. This is a little bit steep, this ramp here, not too bad again, but it doesn't need to be so high, and it's got a jinky janky in the middle as well. It could come down by about 30%. There's nice gentle slope on the other side, but it's just all a little bit awkward and rushed. Really, a little bit. And got an elevated section there. We'll go back the way we came, back down this, back to the intersection that you recognise, and head off a different direction. Jinky janky there. So yes, when you're uploading a map or an asset, could you please use the same name as your actual save file? This is listed as Morgan City, which I understand, because apparently Morgan City is a town in this area, this neighbourhood, up and over the perfect bridge. And then we'll take a different route this time. We'll go that way. Look, still got a bit of traffic. No, we won't. We'll go this way. This way. Yeah. So Morgan City is what you'd be looking for. And the only way you can really do that is by going to Content Manager, searching for the creator name, Alexander. Bit awkward there as well, not too bad on the other side, but yeah, glitching, searching for the creator's name, and then finding what the map is called. Yeah, if you've got just 2 or 3 maps, you might spot your new map that's appeared in your list, but when you've got like 7 trillion maps, as I seem to have accrued, and I just need to do a clear out, I need to clear out a bit more often. Bumpy bumps, not even parallel. Oh yeah, fine. Oh look, there's the other highway. That's the other highway that's come off that intersection. Look how close we've got back to it. Okay. Let's do the rail. There's a rail there. We might as well do that rail. But yeah, look, just follow parallel with each other. I appreciate that you've got 2 highways, and they're probably, realistically, they do run like this, but it's not entirely to scale, clearly. And where there might be about 5 kilometers between them, normally when there's just feet between them, a little bridge there. Oh look, the water. It's not at the same water level. So where's that water sourcing from to be so much higher? Oh, hell spells. Buckets of blood. Level crossings. Traffic issues. Of course, it's based on real life. We've got to let it go. But yeah, I would have done away with one of these highway connections, or brought in a fictional one from another direction. You have to use a little bit of discretion, a little bit of your own personal nous, I guess. There we go. And this is a nice high rail bridge, just to allow the shipping underneath, shipping. I would have started that ramp up a little bit further back. It's to be credit where it's due. He has started from a little bit further back, but I would have started way further back to get to that height. And the same coming down the other side. It's fairly gentle within game tolerance, but I would have started it way back here. Yep, that's what I would have done. And then this would go off towards the fog, which means we can do an asset review. I've had too much to moan about already, but let's hopefully not moan about this one, shall we? As we head off to Assetville for today's beautiful assets from Other Cakes. Not seen Other Cakes' work before. This is quite nice. It's not overly complicated or fancy. It's old iron foundry. I believe it's a power plant in technical terms. I'm not entirely sure. I did do some research, but I've been awash with other information, and I forgot to check before doing the voiceover. This was recorded a few days ago, and it's just slipped out of my mind. Old iron foundry. It's nice. It's long. It's industrial. It's pumping out a bit of, you know what I mean. And it's just a nice little thing. And if you need something new for your industrial area, that might just be the thing for you. So, Old Iron Foundry by Other Cakes. That is today's asset of the jolly old day. As we head off to Themington Island for a glance at the dusk, the evening view of permaculture map theme by Not Done Yet with Rocket Pants Cool After Dark LUT. And let's have a quick look. Once again, I've not prepped on these ones. I've no idea what's coming. Hopefully these are clean. Factoids. If a human mother were to bear a baby proportionate to the size of a mother panda and her baby, the human child would weigh just 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. Or one, oh crikey. One, I can't even read that. The small print, I need glasses. I need glasses. It's tiny. That's what we're saying. Tiny baby. And next one. Oh crikey, shows you this is from the 80s. If the world's largest country, the USSR, were the size of a football pitch, the Vatican City would be no larger than a quarter of a postage stamp. So the USSR, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. I think that's correct. It's been a few years since that. CCCP was, of course, their own abbreviation. Shipping routes. Back at Atchafalaya Basin, Louisiana, we've got a shipping route that goes through the middle of there, and then this one goes all the way over this way, and goes off to the edge of the map, actually. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's go back. Oh, look. Look. Hang on, try and get this. There we are. Yeah. This is going to cause a problem with the shipping routes. Look, that you could ground your ship on that, possibly. It might bounce over it, but it's still not pretty, is it? Poor mistake, I'm afraid there. And if we go back this way, the shipping route went under these bridges. So let's have a look there. I think they're high enough. Not sure, can't check. I'm going to loop back on the end there. I'm not setting up a shipping route down here just to see if a ship can go underneath it. I don't care enough. I'm sorry. This map doesn't justify all the fine detail checking. But we will have a look at the water flow because we're here and we would do this normally. And water flow, we have water flow. Hooray! Oh, hang on. Where's that going to? Okay, we have water flow. Hooray! And this is coming down the canal. Canal links into here. Oh, and we've got a drain there. Nice to see. Nice to see. Little drain popped in there just to soak away the excess. And then if we go down here, under the bridge, which is nice. We can go either way, actually. Heads down this route. And where are we going? We're going off the map. Oh no, we're coming back again. Oh, we're going upstream. Oh, it goes down here. That's weird water flow. Weird water flow. Okay, the map as a whole. Let's come down and have a look. It's pretty flat. You'd expect that for Louisiana, I'd suggest. I'd expect more swampiness. I think these are a little bit too chiseled. Yeah, like these. These are just like, these are sinkholes that are filled up with water, aren't they? They don't feel swampy at all. At all. The water would come right up to the edge of those if that was swamp. And I'd like to see a little bit more appropriate foliage. I know it would require non-vanilla assets. I'm not buying into... Oh, look, we've got drowned trees. Hello, drowned trees. Some more drowned trees. Not buying into the riverbanks at all. It just... It's just chiseled. So this makes a bit more sense. Yeah, it does look a little bit like there's the round paintbrush has been used to chisel out some holes here, but at least it looks swampy. That feels about right. Or as opposed to down here, look, it just doesn't look or feel like a swamp at all. It just feels, I'm sticking with the word chiseled. And there's a bit of a sinkhole going on there, which we're not going to look at. This is a raised ridge here, which once again just doesn't feel right. Feels a bit odd and off, I'm afraid, there. We'll come over here and we'll have a look at, yeah, the water goes up to the edge. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. What do I know? I just don't know. Look at that. I just don't know. Oh, crikey. Yeah, just these. I mean, those roads would have gone around those pools. They wouldn't have been built over them, would they? Would they? Maybe I'm wrong. Show me pictures. I'm happy to see pictures. Now, okay, now let's have a look at this. While I'm looking at this, you've got a chance to vote. 1 if the map is rubbish, 5 if it's your favourite map ever. Yeah, I've just built a little town there. Somewhere in between. Yeah, give it a little bit of a vote. But now have a look at this, you see. Even with that little town there, it's only just a small town, but and there's not much traffic moving around there, but people have moved in, and there's a little bit of industrial going, and actually we don't have any major problems with the traffic flow. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised it didn't actually become a burden. And so aesthetically, I can't find any redeeming features for this map at all, I'm afraid. I've looked and I've looked and I've looked. And the best I can find is a slightly swampy looking middle of a lake. It's 1 star. Detailing, it's also 1 star, except there was a perfect bridge. And because there was a perfect bridge, I can give a star for that. I'm giving it 2 stars for detail. So there. Gameplay potential. You could build a decent sized town on this. I think there is potential. I think it's a 3-star map for gameplay potential. But the other problems are so great that you're going to want to sort them out before you get stuck in, and that's going to detract from your gameplay potential. So I'm going to give 2 stars for gameplay. So that's Atchafalaya Basin, Louisiana by Alexander. A map that I think was just a little bit rushed. You can take your time with map building. There is no rush. There is no rush. We'll be here when you're finished. Nobody's going to disappear off the face of the earth, and everybody wants to play a really good marshy swampland. Okay, now if you want to have a vote on a different map, there's a map on screen now for you from last year. Do check it out and stick a little vote in the votes there as well. Anyway, join me tonight for a little bit of Friday Fever, Transport Fever, and of course tomorrow for some more What Map. Have a great day, thanks for watching, and you've been very, very welcome.